The figure industry is growing, and it's changing fast. Spearheading that change is Good Smile Company, looking to capitalize on new collectors entering the market. And they're doing that by making figures for their brand Pop-Up Parade. We briefly explained Pop-Up Parade in our pricing video, but the main gist of it is that this brand has sort of created a new pricing tier for figures. Beforehand, figures were either relatively cheap or expensive. Also, these kinds of figures usually only tackle really popular characters or franchises, like Hatsune Miku or Chainsaw Man. But now, there's a new tier we're calling the middle tier, and this is the gap that Pop-Up Parade is filling. They're making figures for anime and characters that often don't get figures, producing them on an expedited timeline, and are pricing them somewhere in between cheap and expensive figures. Why Pop-Up Parade is so unique and special is that they're meant to be released around 4 months from announcement. Scales usually take around a year or longer between pre-ordering and actually receiving the figure. Also, Pop-Up Parades are meant to go through more quality control, so stuff like paint jobs and molding are made sure to be in consistent quality, whereas prize figures are kinda just shot out of factories without much vetting. This is really important because if a popular anime like say Bocchi the Rock comes out, Good Smile Company can release a quality controlled figure within months of the anime airing. A scale would likely take over a year, and prize figures would lack much quality control. Pop-Up Parade was largely driven by 3 people: Yu Takagi, Shuhei Tori, and Erika Nitta. The 3 of them work at Good Smile Company's planning department and joined together to bring the benefits of prize figures and scales together for mass production. Their target audience was who they call light users, people who are either just starting to collect figures or aren't looking to own massive collections. Also, they're targeting international markets, noting that while China and North America are more into new anime releases, Europe is more into older series, like from the 90s. And that's probably part of the reason why Pop-Up Parades produce figures for anime that are over a decade old. Scales can take up a lot of real estate on a shelf and can cost an enormous amount of money. Most people who own figures likely are looking for something more easy to collect and put together. By the way, the setups for Pop-Up Parades are super easy as well, usually as easy as prize figures. Thanks to the general simplicity of Pop-Up Parades and Good Smile Company's quick production, there are now tons of averagely priced figures for a whole variety of anime fans. But there are drawbacks, of course. For one, the consistency element has made many of these figures a bit boring in design. We know many people like these designs, but at the same time, a lot of veteran collectors complain about their dullness or lack of ambition. Obviously, that's all subjective and up to you. Another gripe most people have for Pop-Up Parade is the base. Most figures, even prize figures, have some sort of creative base design, but these figures' bases are, let's just say, underwhelming. The balance to strike with Pop-Up Parades is that in terms of design, bases, or getting a character's likeness down, these may not be the best figures, but these figures are exploring new ground in that they're making affordable figures for anime that many fans find little figures of. Not to mention, Pop-Up Parade is no longer alone. Furyu has also recently started their own brand doing the same thing called Tenetal. And to be honest, in terms of design, Tenetal is doing way more ambitious stuff. But again, all this shows just how much and how fast things are changing in the figure industry.